Oh, welcome! Long time no talk, guys. It's been such a long time. So I am Eric. I'm the dinosaur guy with playing my rock with my rocks. So it has definitely been a long time since we have had a video. Um, Pretty much life in general, life, money, this whole spiel of being an adult. It just gets into the way, and there's just been a lot of stuff, especially the holidays that we just went through. Oh, I do want to say Happy New Year. It's another year, another time, and hopefully I'll have even better videos for this year. So, what's going on here today is I had gotten a package from my Aunt Carol out Wyoming, Utah area, and apparently one of the cousins, I guess, his girlfriend or something. I don't know who Nicole is per se to my family. Um, Come on, there's like over 2,000 miles between me and them. So, but they sent some fossils as they did promise earlier this year after a tragedy happened to my family. And it's all Wyoming. So that's the theme today is Wyoming fossils. Um, it's something that I've always wanted to do is go out there and go hunt fossils, dinosaurs and marine invertebrates and all. I do know a lot of the laws when it comes to that. If it's an actual fossil, mostly for dinosaurs or vertebrates, I should just say, unless it's outside the dinosaur zone of the Mesozoic period, there's strict rules of collecting. They don't mind invertebrates and everything that marine vertebrates and all. They just have an issue when it comes to the dinosaur fossils. I'm not saying the laws are right or wrong. I don't live in the I don't live in the state. So but yeah, I got some several variety of fossils here, ranging from the Paleozoic to the Mesozoic era. And I might as well just start with how it's in order. Over here, sorry, I have this loop in my hand. This is a positive and negative of a trilobite fossil found in Boyson Dam, Wyoming area. She says glauconite formation, but when I was reading, glauconite is an actual mineral, not an actual formation. So, um, as you notice, it's missing some of its cheek patches. So it's pretty much the top of its head and the body. It's still a pretty decent fossil. I don't know how she treated it. Um, but it's another fossil for the trilobite collection. I did learn because the Paleozoic area is a huge area. These trilobites could have been from the Cambrian, Ordovician, or Mississippian era. Trying to pinpoint it through research, because I don't live in the state, is difficult. The one thing I have noticed when it came to um, a lot of the geology and everything of Wyoming, and compared to Ohio, Ohio is really simplified. As I mentioned earlier, Ohio has no Mesozoic deposits, nothing, and nothing from after the age of dinosaurs to the Ice Age, and for one, very much lacking deposits. What little deposits there were was destroyed by the glaciers. So, yeah, we might have had the history of the Paleo Indians and everything else when it came to the glaciers and forest bison and the like. The sad part is that the glaciers helped remove all that geological time frame from Ohio. Hence the reason why it is so simpler. Um, Wyoming's geography and not geography, but geology rather is so much more difficult. Uplifts because of the mountains, different orogenies, that's what they're called. Um, Along with retreating and influx of the shallow oceans during certain time periods. and we're just trying to keep the kitty off the table. If he comes off up the table, we'll show him to you. But yeah, it's just one of those weird things that I've really noticed that was so difficult to figure out. So I'm gonna just present it to you as what I could figure out. So next up on this list was labeled Paleozoic Reef Community. It's pretty much a mass dead plate of bryozoans, brachiopods, crinoids, the whole 9 yards. If you see that, it's really encrusted with a lot of stuff. I'm like, and of course, this is a type of limestone. You can tell that. But it's so encrusted. Yeah, it's going to start sounding like Steve Irwin. Crikey, it's encrusted, ain't it? And this is Tom. That needs to be off the table. So, yeah, he's a little lovable fluff ball thing. So, you can usher him off the table, Bobo. As we get a tail on the way. And his actual owner is not here right now. His owner is spending time with friends right now. But anyway, getting back to this, you can tell the incrustation. It's so thick with this stuff. I don't even know what is even in the center of this, because how everything is. And some mass death plate, technically, or chunk. It's not exactly really a plate. And those little round circles that you do see, like what this is, those are crinoid stems, which are the same as these two little things right here. These are loose. Those are crinoid stems as well. My finger for measurement. They're really small. So the ones that's in the chunk of rock that I have here, it really is. Those the ones in the rock are bigger than that. But I do have other little things that I can show you right here. This little thing is a piece of coral. As I think, I thought it was a piece of coral, but actually I think it's a bryozoan. Yep, bryozoan twig-like. So, bryozoans are not coral. You know, they kind of look like coral, and kind of have the structure of it. And then these two are just little brachiopods. You might have seen brachiopods from when I showed them from my Lodi trip and everything else. Figure for comparison. And they are 2 different shapes too. So most likely the 2 different species. Now I don't know the species of any of this stuff. So I'm just going by what was wrote down. Put that back here. Next up, we're getting into the Cretaceous period. This is even more of a crazy thing because we have not the Cretaceous period, but the Mesozoic period. We got the Triassic, Jurassic, and the Cretaceous. Though you'll more likely be able to find the Triassic and Cretaceous deposits than you would for Jurassic, especially for marine. Because like over here, this is a marine death plate. The Cretaceous period, I guess you would say maybe Triassic period, most likely. I don't see this as being a Jurassic unless this was just remnants. It could have been remnants. I mean, this is like almost a piece of mud that all these shells got stuck on. It's even a freaking huge little, huge piece of shell there that's really kind of shiny. You can tell all the tiny little gastropods and stuff that's been broken off and everything else. Like right here, where my finger is. You can tell the shape of it, but the shell kind of broke off on one part. But I flip it around, and there is still fossils on this. Sorry, Bo. There, where my finger is, that's still a shell fossil, even though it looks like it's the internal mold of one. But yeah, this could very well be Jurassic deposit. Not quite sure. If it's Jurassic, then I could understand why that's a death plate, because the internal sea ebbed away to where it actually provides some ground, floodplains actually. It could very well be Jurassic then, because we had shallow seas in the Triassic and in the Cretaceous, but the shallow seas would have been a lot more deeper and wouldn't have this type of death plate mud rock type thing here. Ooh, shiny. I think that's actually a part of ammonite. How shiny that is. So this piece is definitely a piece of ammonite. And you can tell the luster on that. It's really gorgeous. As I move it around a little bit here and there to show it the shine. Also have two kind of little things here. Got this tiny little itty bitty shell, gastropod shell. Look how small that sucker is. I don't have any tweezers at the moment. They're just hold by tweezers to show you. And of course I have this type of shell right here. All this is definitely Cretaceous period. Let's see. So there's the shell, there's the back of it. So shells were definitely destroyed somehow. Probably from the extraction or erosion. Now, I love death plates and death piece of rocks because it holds so many fossils, so much conglomerate of fossils. It's just, you got to have a little jeweler's loop in order to be able to look at. I always suggest 10x for even sizes like this, but you might want to have a little stronger one for tinier stuff like 20x or something. But yeah, a jeweler's loop is a paleontologist's best friend, especially when it comes to different mass extinction or mass death plates. So lastly, on this little part here, this is late Cretaceous period, from Coal Creek Ranch, Wyoming, Lance Formation. First up is this gorgeous little thing here. Let's put it down. I don't know if you can focus on that. This is a gar scale. Yes, we have fish that are called gar up to today. I'll put this back here. And the coolest thing about this is the coloration. If I can pick it up here. So you got the top part, which is all mottled. It almost shows the actual coloration of it. You see. And then you got the back part, which is showing what more of the rock and the fossilization process is. That's probably chalcedony or even possibly flint or some sort that infused back with, replacing that soft parts with the hard. So that's pretty cool. These two, though, I'm not sure. I was told one is Um, um, one's a dinosaur fossil, well, dinosaur bone frag, and the other is petrified wood. I don't know what's what. If they were bigger, I possibly could have figured it out. Um, I am going by this being fossilized, petrified wood. Unless I'm going by that. Because it's really rough on the outside, too. I don't think bones are rough on the outside. The other one kind of actually does remind me of a fossil bone because I used to have a Daspletosaurus dinosaur rib that was burnt to a crisp from a volcanic eruption in Montana. But yeah, this is late Cretaceous. This is during the time of the Triceratops, Tyrannosaurus Rex, Ankylosaurus, um, certain raptors that we have. But yeah, you can tell how porous this is. This is really actually light. Um, it could been deemed dinosaur, but it could also be marine reptile. It could be flying reptiles. Not sure. So,
Nope.
well, that one. Thankfully, they're rock, and thankfully it's a frag. But any which way, watch that probably gets to be turned out to be the actual petrified wood. I had to ask Nicole uh, through my aunt if what's what on this. Watch, this is going to be probably petrified wood, and this is going to be the bone. No, most likely. Um, and by the way, unless it's delicate stuff like this, tiny things and all that, you don't have to worry. They're rock. They're not going to be that fragile. I could just drop one of these like I accidentally did, and things would still be fine. I mean, it's not like a flint that you drop an arrowhead and oops, it will break. Lastly, and yes, I did bring out my rock from a mountain. If Bo can get Pickle Rick out of the way.
Mhm.
um, so, so this is the other piece that was given to me. It's not a fossil; it's a mineral. It's from Copper Mountain in Wyoming. This is garnet encrusted pegmatite. Pegmatite is actually like a granite. So it's igneous in origin. This went through, oh, probably some type of a sediment or limestone. And, but the magma stayed in the ground. It didn't come out. So it stayed in there, um, pretty much changed through heat and pressure the rock around it. So this could be um, the merger between the sedimentary and the igneous. They call this igneous rock. Igneous means volcanic in origin, while metamorphic means it went through so much pressure and change and with heat and all that changed the composition altogether. But you can tell all that is garnet. It's like peppered with it. There is some mica in here, or muscovite, as some people would call it. Um, as you can tell on the bottom, there's a few little shinies. But yeah, technically, this stuff is it's mountain building pretty much. There has been excuse me, there has been things created like monuments out of the ground because of weatherization and all. But yeah, this is mostly though for cat's getting away again. But yeah, this is mostly for in the ground though with pegmatite. It's a really great specimen. There's probably other types of minerals in here. Probably, I don't think there's olivine. in this, but you can definitely tell the muscovite and the granite. Well, not granite, but sorry, the garnet. But yeah, it's a type of granite, though. That's all what it really is. Well, that's it for today. If I get more fossils and everything, I'll definitely do some more videos. Sorry for the interruptions. As I mentioned, there's cat skin and stuff trying to bug us. Um, Come on, it's New Year's, and I'm just being me. So, and this is my life. Well, if you like my video, please like it. If you love my all my videos, please subscribe and definitely hit that little notification button so you know whenever I do post a video. Because if you notice, it's been kind of random right now. So thank you for watching, and you have a happy New Year.